Hey everybody, welcome to the Mid-Tempo Jam. It's Monday and we got all requests. Everybody sent in their requests this week and thank you for sending them in. It's made for a really fun night so far with some different stuff that we haven't tried before and just great old songs that I'm being reminded of that I might have played one time or another and working them back in here with you. Okay, I'm going to check on the stream. Make sure we're up and running, and we're going to get started with Hand Me Down My Walking Cane. A good old song that comes from, I believe it's the Delmore Brothers, kind of one of the original recordings. And I kind of mostly do the Norman Blake version, so that's what I'll show you here. Okay, that's working on the old live stream. Okay, be sure to chime in and let us know where you're picking from. Okay, so key of G, it goes, and a 1, and a 1, to the 5, back to 1, and a 4, and a 4, and a 1, and a 1. My sins, they have overtaken me. Okay, and if I'm kicking it off, I might go something like. Okay. There's a bunch of verses. We're not going to get to all the verses on this song, but we'll have time to each take a couple of breaks probably. So here we go. Why don't you go ahead and kick us off? I'll find a good tempo. Let's see here. Back it down a tiny bit. Here we go. Nice, comfortable tempo to get started in. Kick us off here on Hand Me Down My Walking Cane in G. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. I've got it. Well, I got high and I got in jail. Lord, I got high and I got in jail. I got high and I got in jail. Ain't no one to go my bail. My sins, they have overtaken me. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. Play it. Well, the beans was tough and the meat was fat. Lord, the beans was tough and the meat was fat. Beans was tough and the meat was fat. Oh, good God, I couldn't eat that. My sins, they have overtaken me. It's a come on, Ma, won't you go my babe? Now come on, Ma, won't you go my babe? Come on, Ma, and go my bail. Get me out of this Nashville jail. My sins, they have overtaken me. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. Play it. Last chorus. Hand me down my walking cane. Lord, hand me down my walking cane. Hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna leave on the morning train. My sins, they have overtaken me. All right. Hand me down that walking cane. That's a great way to get started. How's everyone doing out there? Hi, Dave Schmidt. Hi, Lee from Portland. Hi, Bobby Davis. Great to see you. Thanks for coming on back and picking. MC Banjo in NorCal. Okay. So, moving right along. These are all requests. Thank you for sending them in. We got Red Rockin' Chair in the key of G. Fun number. I'm kind of doing the version that I got from Mule Skinner. There's so many different versions. But this is sort of like the straight ahead bluegrass version. Let's find a good tempo and then I'll run you through it. So it's like, it's a E minor G thing the whole way. E minor, E minor, E minor, G and a G to the E minor, and a G and a G to the E minor. That's the whole thing. Okay, that's it. So go ahead and kick us off here on the old Red Rockin' Chair in the key of G, or E minor. It's pretty much in the key of E minor, I would say. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ain't got no honey baby now. I ain't got no honey baby now. Cradle when you're gone. Oh, rock the cradle when you're gone. Well, I'll rock the cradle, I'll sing songs. I'll rock the cradle when you're gone. I'll rock the cradle when you're gone. Play it. Tell it to your mama next payday. Tell it to your mama next payday. Done all I can do, said all I can say. Tell it to your mama next payday. Tell it to your mama next payday. I'll play it, then you. Last chorus. I ain't got no use for that red rocking chair. I ain't got no honey baby now. I ain't got no honey baby now. All right. Quick ending cue. I thought about tagging it, but it's just a little redundant. I guess that's the point of a tag. But anyhow, there you go. Red rocking chair. Thanks for the request. I believe David Holtkamp sent that one in. Fun song, spooky little number, right? That E minor chord just kind of dragging on. Okay, next we got Dark Hollow, and we'll do this in C. This is sort of the standard, the regular old version. I know the Dead were down in A. Bill Monroe with young Del McCoury, I don't know if you've heard that recording, he sings it up in the E. I saw Del McCoury live do that one time. I saw him put that capo 4 and play it way up there. In some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine. So I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to be in C. That's where I like to play Dark Hollow. So, and a 1, and a 5, and a 1, and a 1, and a 4, and a 1, and a 1, and 1, and a 4, and a 4, and 1, and a 5, and a 1. That would be a kickoff that I might play. So we're going to back this down a little bit. This is definitely a rollicking sort of mid-tempo number. Shouldn't be going by too fast. So here we go. Key of C. Go ahead and kick us off on Dark Hollow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be in some big city in a small room with your love on my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today. I'm going, but I ain't coming back. I got it. rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be here alone, knowing that you're gone would cause me to lose my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today, I'm going and I ain't coming back. Play. I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to see you another man's darling and to know you won't ever be mine. Last chorus. So blow your whistle, freight train, take me far on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today, I'm going but I ain't coming back. I'm going away, I'm leaving today, I'm going and I ain't coming back. Fun. Love that song. Can never get over Dark Hollow. Excellent request. Okay, we got the Facebook jam going. How we doing over here on the YouTube page? We got some folks picking along. Let's check in. All right, Anita. Hi, Anita in Michigan. Good picking friend from Kaufman Camp and other places. Nice to see you. Okay, so we are moving right along with I Come From the Country. Hey, thanks. Somebody requested an original song. This is a song that I recorded originally with the Emmett Nershi Band back in around 2008 or 9. And then subsequently recorded it on our first Grant Farm album, a little bit more of a rockin' version, right? Crisco, the country disco style. So we're going to be in the key of G. This is a very easy song. So it's just a fun, easy jammer. And I'm going to just double check my tuning here. Get a little hit. These strings are old and dead. They've been dead for weeks, but somehow the guitar is enjoying them. This old Martin, you know, some vintage guitars enjoy dead strings. This one sounds really good with new strings on. But it is actually kind of digging the dead strings right now, so I've just kind of left them on. I had a busy week. So anyway, we'll get in tune here. Come From the Country. So I do this whole kickoff on the album version, and we'll skip that for today. Okay, so we're just going to go straight through the song form, and we'll just kick it off on a regular like verse. And I'll show it to you. It's just a 12-bar blues in G that starts on the 4 chord. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And back to 1. Then back to 4 and a 4. And back to 1. And a 5 and a 5. 4, 4 and 1. That's the whole thing. Straight up 12-bar blues starting on the 4 chord. So if I'm kicking it off, I might go 1, 2, 3. Really, anything goes. It's a jam. But keep it bluesy. That's my advice. So go ahead and kick us off here. Let's see. Right about that same tempo. Kick us off here, right up to the 4 chord on I Come From the Country, key of G. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I come from the country, and the country comes with me. Lord, I come from the country, and the country comes with me. I can plow in the springtime, I can shake your lemon tree. It's a long, lonesome journey to that land where I come from. Yeah, it's a long, lonesome journey to that land where I come from. You know, the good people there make me feel right at home. Oh, play one. Why don't you play one? I'm joking. Pass me down that guitar and you will see. You might think I'm joking. Pass me down this guitar and you might see. I come from the country. Mama, the country comes with me. I'll play one and then you play one after me. I come from the country, and the country comes with me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I come from the country, and the country comes with me. I can plow in the springtime, honey, I can shake your lemon tree. I can plow in the springtime, I can shake your lemon tree. So I am in the land where I grew up here in Hamul, California, and there are lemon trees out there, and we are in the country. Jason Carter played fiddle on that original version with Emmett Nurshey Band. He came out to Colorado and played fiddle on our album, and he looks at me, so are you really from the country? I think he was confused by the bit about the lemons, but we're out in the country where we have lemons and avocados, and we had chickens and horses growing up and all that. Okay, moving right along. Thank you for requesting I Come From the Country. Hey, that's the first original song that I've done on the Monday Night Jam. Easy bluegrass jammer, right? Okay, Forked Deer. Another request, and also one that we sort of do every now and then. And I'm going to go ahead and capo my sort of standard version of this tune that I play is capo 2. We're in the key of D. Forked Deer is always in D. Though it is fun to play in other keys, but we're going to do the standard key of D, where the fiddles like it. And I'm going to play C position, capo 2. So real quick run through of Forked Deer. 1 and a 1 and 4 and a 4, 1 and a 1 and 5 and a 5, 1 and a 1, 4 and a 4, 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. 2 times. That's the A part, okay? Then the B part goes to the 5 chord. 5, 5, 5 and a 5 and 5 and 5, 1 and a 1, 5 and 5, 5 and a 5, 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 again. 2 of those, okay? And there it is, Forked Deer. Learn kind of a basic version of it if you don't know it. Very simple. The tag, the little turnaround, I should say, the little ending turnaround. Something like that. But you can always simplify that. Anyway, it's a cool tune. I'm assuming most of you out there know it, but if you don't know it, you can always just come back to this part of the video and brush up. So find a good tempo. We're going to pick it up just a little bit here. Maybe not quite that hot, but this is slower than I generally play it. This is a nice sort of mid-tempo version. Okay? So I'm going to kick it off and we'll play it 3 times through. Me, you, and then you tag it at the end. Okay, here we go. Forked Deer in D. Forked Deer, just a great tune. I'm not sure of the origins of that, and I think it actually got sort of the title got a little bit westernized or Americanized. I think it was from an old English or Scottish tune called Forked Deer, one word, Forkedair. That's an origin that I learned about at one point, but obviously it's impossible to verify. Okay, how we doing here? Hi, James. When you tighten the capo, you wiggle your right hand. Yeah, that's to keep the strings down so the capo doesn't pinch them sharp too much. It's a little trick that works sometimes on the old Martin. Hi, Heidi. Cool. High Country Ladies. that one might, yeah, it's a little more of a jam buster, but hey, maybe. Thanks, Lee. Cool. Thanks, David. Fun times. Hi, Marcy. Good friend Marcy Markser. One of our heroes, indeed, of the music world. All right. Well, thanks you all for being here and playing along. And let's see. I don't have a printer here. The printer ran out of ink at my mom's house. So, switching between programs. Shady Grove in D minor. Another request. These are all requests this Monday. And here we go. We're going to play the good old Shady Grove. And the version that I play is that I got from Doc Watson, pretty much. There's the simple version, which is just a D minor and a C, D minor, D, and keeps going, D minor, C, like so. Excuse me. And the version I do has a couple extra chords. So we got a D minor, C, D minor, D, F and C, A minor and D minor again, D minor, C, D minor, F, C, A minor, D minor. Okay? Breathing a little springtime allergies around here. All right, so, and the kickoff is just, again, I kind of do the Doc thing. That's not a Doc thing at the end, but that's just my thing. Okay, what's a good tempo? That's too fast. Back this down a little bit. Shady Grove, my true. A little bit in the middle. Here we go. Why don't you go ahead and kick us off on Shady Grove in the key of D minor. And we'll do couplets of verses, kind of like the Doc version as well. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Cheeks as red as a bloomin' rose, eyes are the prettiest brown. She's the darling of my heart, sweetest little gal in town. I wish I had a glass of wine and bread and meat for two. I'd put it on a silver plate and give it all to you. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. I got it. When I was a little boy, I wanted a Barlow knife. Now all I want is for Shady Grove to say she'll be my wife. I wish I had a banjo string made of golden twine. Every tune I'd play on it, I'd wish that gal was mine. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. Play. Shady Grove, I always tell her howdy. I wish I had a needle and thread, fine as I could sew. I'd sew that pretty gal to my side, and down the road we'd go. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. Some come here to fiddle and dance, some come here to tarry, some come here to fiddle and dance, I'm a-comin' here to marry. I wish I had a big bay horse, corn to feed him on, and I wish I had little Shady Grove to feed him when I'm gone. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. Play it again. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm bound to go away. Shady Grove, my true love, Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my true love, I'm going back to Harlem. That's how I ended anyway. Cool, Shady Grove. All right, I'm seeing some sunset colors. I'm gonna open up this window blind. Yep, the days are getting longer and longer as we move on toward the solstice. Okay, next on the list. Early morning rain. Okay, cool. Thank you for sending this request. Now, I've been listening to different versions of this song, and I realized that the version that I play is totally different. But don't you worry, it's not that different. I just kind of have a cool little thing I like to do where I replace the 5 chord with a minor 3 chord. So we're in the key of E, and here's how I play it. It's kind of like a hybrid, I guess, of the Tony Rice and the original Lightfoot version. And it goes like this. You go straight to the 3 minor chord. So in other words, a G sharp minor. So it's like, in the early morning, 3 minor, 4, 5, and a 1. Then the 2 minor, 2 minor, and a 4, back to 1. You do another one of those, 2 minor, to the 4, back to 1. And then the 3 minor again. 4, 5, 1. Melody is exactly the same. So if you're familiar with the melody, you'll know your kickoff is going to be something like. Okay, so just play something like that melody. In the early morning rain. Okay? And you'll hear how those chords really fit it really well. And once it's the same thing throughout, so you'll get the hang of it pretty quick. So let's find a good tempo. Speed it up a little bit from where we were. And here we go, in the key of E. Why don't you kick us off on Early Morning Rain? It's going to go straight to that 3 minor chord. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. In the early morning rain, with $1 in my hand, with an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long ways from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, big 707 set to go, but I'm stuck here on the grass, where the pavement never goes, where the liquor tasted good, and the women all were fast. Goes my friend, she's rolling now at last. I've got it. Hear the mighty engines roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away and westward bound, high above the clouds she'll fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'll be flying o'er my home in about 3 hours' time. Play it. This old airport's got me down, it's no earthly good to me, 'cause I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I can be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way. In the early morning rain, to the 2 minor, you can't jump a big jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way. In the early morning rain. There you go. All right, thank you for that request. That's a fun little adventurous number, and thanks for hearing my version of it. I think it's cool. I like that version. If you're a stickler to the original, then and you play it that way. All right, how we doing out there? We got some folks on the old YouTube. Ron Lipton in Indiana, Ryan in Bama, Alabama, way down south. When I moved to Nashville from San Diego County, I would tell them, they'd ask, where are you from? I said, oh, I'm from the deep south, San Diego County. We're lower, further south than Nashville for sure. I'm not sure if we're any lower than further in the south than Alabama, though. That was my little joke. Okay, next we have 8 more miles to Louisville. Another wonderful request. And we will play this in the key of E. And let's see. What's it? 8 more miles to Louisville will come into my view. Okay, right about there. So it does this like 1 5 1 4 1 5 1 1 5 1 4 1 and a 5 4 and 1 and 1 and a 5 8 more miles to Louisville 1 and 5 and 1. So that little 1 5 1 4 1 5 1, you can throw in this little walking ascending bass riff. People do. And the chorus will go 1 and 1, 1 and 4 and a 1, 1 and a 1 and a 2, dominant to the 5, 4 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5, 1 5 1 4 1 5 1. Okay? And my kickoff is something like So, go ahead and kick us off in the key of E. 8 more miles to Louisville. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I wasn't quite prepared for that tempo, and I don't know if you were either. We're going to back this down just a tiny bit. Got a little ahead of myself there. Let's keep it mid-tempo and keep it groovy. Okay, here we go. Kick us off on 8 more miles to Louisville in the key of E. A 1, a 2, 1, 2, 3. I've traveled o'er this country wide, seeking fortune fair. Up and down the 2 coastlines, I've traveled everywhere. Portland east to Portland west and back along the line. I'm going down to the place that's best, that old hometown of mine. Oh, 8 more miles to Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back, I knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. I got it. I'm sure that there's a girl you know that you love best of all. Well, mine lives down in Louisville, she's long and she is tall. She's the kind you would not find rambling across the land. I'm on my way this very day to win her heart and hand. Oh, 8 more miles to Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back and knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Play. I'm gonna play another one. Play another one. I have a picture in my mind of a place we'll call our home. A humble little hut for two we never want to roam. A place that's right for that love sight is in those bluegrass hills, where gently flows the Ohio by a place called Louisville. Oh, 8 more miles to Louisville will come into my view. 8 more miles on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back and knew it from the start. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. 8 more miles to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Cool. All right, thanks for that request. 8 more miles to Louisville, great song. All right, we got one more song. I'm gonna check in. Hi, Alex. Early morning rain. Thank you. Fun. Thanks for picking along. Hi, Laura. Hi, David. Aaron Burns, Jack McGuire. Clark. Hi, Clark. Park City, long time ago. Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah. He didn't write Early Morning Rain, huh? Huh. That's news to me. I wonder who wrote that. Let me know who wrote Early Morning Rain, if you don't mind. Hi, Wes Moore, MC Banjo, Aaron Burns. Cool. Clark and Buena Vista. Marcy, you're the best. Hi, Heidi. James. Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody. So here we go. I think we have one more number, and it's going to be Jerusalem Ridge. This is interesting to close on an instrumental, but this was requested by at least a couple folks. So, here we go. I'm assuming you know Jerusalem Ridge, so we're just going to play it. And we're going to go twice through, okay, because it's kind of a long form. And I'm going to up the tempo just a little bit. And I'm going to kick us off, okay? So me all the way through, and then you all the way through, and then me again all the way through, you again all the way through, and that'll be it. Okay? Here we go. Jerusalem Ridge, Juicy Ridge we call it sometimes at the Bluegrass Jams, in A minor. And I'm going to kick it off by kind of strumming the intro, and then you'll hear me start the melody. Here we go. fun. Thanks for joining me tonight on the Mid-Tempo Jam. And thank you for sending in all those requests. It's great to kind of change things up a little bit. It's kind of a back and forth thing for me, because I know a lot of folks like routine, and you might have your pet songs that you're working on, and it's good to have those coming back in the rotation. It's not always comfortable diving into new material, but it's so good for you because you take that new sense of alertness, like you're really trying to pick up this new thing. And that's the beauty of bluegrass style, is you can get little bits of that all the time, because there's always some new song you haven't heard or that you've never tried playing, but you might be a little bit familiar with. And this is all part of our growth, and as musicians, and also just as people, problem solving and using our minds and staying alert, staying sharp, especially as we age, some of us. So that's part of the whole thing about this jam, is I don't want to get too stuck in our normal ways, though I will always want to come back to those kind of standard songs to keep everyone comfortable and give us a sense of, just kind of being home and doing the things that we enjoy doing, that we're comfortable with. But anyhow, it's fun to change it up as we've done this week. And come on back for the fast jam in 25 minutes, okay? 1/4 past the hour. And I'll see you then. All right, thanks everybody.